The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Wait, that 380. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Now Brady. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They'll run. It's Carter.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Deshaun Jackson from 21 yards away. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. Second down, another run with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and 10, Taylor now. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Patrick Ricard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 17, Brady. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
2nd and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Hey, go 66.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Throwing now is Brady. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Deshaun Jackson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts, 82 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll roll him out right. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Man, open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. That'll be complete to Cook.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before half for Brady. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he's got some space here.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor, 37 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Brady to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Brady going to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On play action, now Brady. He'll buy some time right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Touchdown, Falcons! Raheem Mostert, 42 yards. And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no
Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 81 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Flushed out right. And complete right side to Cook. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, it's Brady. And Cook has it left side. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Brady now to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Foyesade Oluokun in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask.
Touchdown, Washington. Evan Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.